What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you a manga review of the Promised Neverland Chapter 51. First and foremost, let's say happy 1-year anniversary to the Promised Neverland. It has been absolutely fantastic. Just a great ride from the first chapter all the way to 51, and I'm expecting an anime announcement for this series sometime soon because it's just been doing so well and it is so good, just color page after color page. And of course we got a boss one this chapter. We know what the spread was nice. The little introduction that we got at the beginning of the chapter, I mean, that just seems like that will be the introduction to the anime before, you know, they get into the opening. The pavement is already been laid. All we need at this point is the announcement. Technically, you know, it would be chapter 52 to be a full year, but they take breaks and things too, just like last week. I mean, Promised Neverland is back, but it felt like it's been so long, but we only had a 1-week break. Now we're back. We're back to that greatness. Once again, very glad to see the love and attention that Promised Neverland is getting because it is well deserved. But enough of that. Let's get to the chapter. And first and foremost, damn it, Sungju! Damn it, damn it, damn it. I thought we were in the clear. I thought for once we had a group of demons that we can actually trust. And we still kind of can. But the character that I like the most so far happened, besides Ray of course, happened to be the one that's shady. This chapter just rocked everything to the core once again. If you thought last chapter was big, especially like with the little insert that they had for the people that could take the test on the actual website with, you know, the message from William Minerva. What we just found out now from Sungju is this guy is still the bad guy after all. If you think about it, he just has a different way of going about it. As we find out, he wants this promise to be cracked. And the reason why he wants to do that is when we start pulling back the layers of their religion, because Musica is very reluctant about what he's doing. She actually wants these kids to escape. And she told Emma to search for these 7 walls, and that's where they will find their dream. But, and Sungju knows that she said something to Emma as well, but she decided to kind of brush it off. She left Emma with a pendant. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be a big factor once we get further into the series. The kids said their goodbyes to them and everything. And after 6 days of traveling, they are let out into this vast forest land type of world, going to this destination to cross over to find the other humans on the human side where demons shouldn't be. And lo and behold, we find out that Musica and Sungju, yes, they have different beliefs as far as how they consume what they eat, but it's a twisted way that they do it. It's kind of like a loophole in a way. It's, you know, Musica says if we would have turned these kids in, we probably would have been set for 6 months. So that lets you know that they know what's going on with the farms. They know that there's a bounty out for these kids. They're in the go, which leads me to believe they're not sleepers or sleeper agents, but maybe they're just excommunicated demons for what they chose to believe. Maybe that they are out there on their own will, but maybe, you know, you can get back into the good graces with the farms. And I know I'm going on a little bit more, but this is just how my mind works when I'm thinking about this series. But getting back to what Sungju said, he wants these kids to get across and find this promise because he wants the old world back, the human-eating world, because they believe that whatever they eat should be natural. So they're against eating the kids that are being produced in the farm. However, if these kids get to the human side, crack the promise, and things go back to where men and women are reproducing and putting humans out in the world, then Sungju's like, fuck, that'll be fair game. We can eat them all we want then because they're being made naturally. They're not being tested and forced like livestock. They're just out here in the world. If I can get that old world back, that would be fucking great. And I'm looking like, damn it, damn it, damn it. You cannot turn your back or trust anybody in this series. Oh man, it got me again. It really did get me again, and not completely because Musica, again, she is doing things behind Sungju's back. You know, she's not being completely straightforward. She's even questioning if this is what he wants to do. And he's like, well, you know, I gotta go hunt some shit now. So he's definitely gonna be back. He's gonna be a factor. I even see him becoming perhaps a menace to the kids in some sort to make sure that things go the way that they should be, because again, he doesn't want to deter them from getting over to William Minerva, who is another can of worms, because even I accused him of wanting the war to be back, and now I'm not sure about that. But he definitely wants everything to go back to the way it should be. And in that sense, he's just as bad as the other demons in the plantation, except that he just has a preference of how he eats his food. And that really did catch me. I didn't expect that. But that should be expected with Promised Neverland, because that's why we come back every week. And to make things even more, to make things even more fascinating is that this destination that we've been aiming for, this B06-32, there's nothing there. They got there and it's completely empty, and of course that's how they ended the chapter. You know, those cliffhangers are always there, but I don't buy that. It's definitely more to it. I mean, of course we can go really dark and say that they did get to the destination and just got wiped out. But I'm pretty sure that pendant or the pen, it probably has some type of code or some type of passageway. For them to have this type of technology, it has to open some type of passageway. It's going to take them to where they need to go. But is it too early for our kids to really reach their destination? This has to just be a halfway point to where they're going, and danger is probably going to be around the corner. Hell, if the way this story is going right now, I would probably even believe that there are humans out there that hunt escaped kids. And we could run into that, then it'll really turn into some Walking Dead shit. This is just a fantastic series, guys. And I don't trust anything Song Ju is saying right now. He's like, yeah, if you stay on this path, there won't be any demons. Just stay away from the water and stay away from certain areas, and you'll be fine. Like, yeah, right. You didn't intentionally, well, you did intentionally lead them to their doom, but it's only so you could consume more. Like, man, the layers and layers that we're getting from this chapter. And I know I say this almost every week, especially since we got into this rescue or find William Minerva arc. It's when we start getting into the demons and them having their own personalities and them having their own layers is when things are really going to open up. And we're seeing this now. Even demons who claim to be vegan or only eat fresh have their own intentions. We're finally getting to the destination that we found, and there's nothing there. Again, we know that Ray discover something in the pen. Now, whether those extra panels that came from going to the website is something extra, or is it meant for us as the reader to actually see that? That would be great if that's what Ray actually saw, was that message from William Minerva saying to find him indeed. And of course, we can't forget, even though they're dead or supposed to be dead, the little mention to Norman and Connie, you know, even in the color page where they show everybody together, we see young Phil, we see Mama, we see everybody that was a factor. They show Norman as kind of like an after image, as if he's dead, but we know Norman isn't dead. If he is, I will kind of be disappointed at this point. But you know, like, we're gonna get away, we're gonna find this side for Connie and everybody. We gotta go back and get Phil. There's still a lot of things to dig into with this series. This is only just the beginning. We're only 1 year in, and I'm excited to see what Shirai has planned for the rest of this series. And that anime announcement needs to come soon. So I would like to know who you guys would like to see animate this series. Me personally, I mean, Bones is kind of the new Madhouse, if people aren't tired of hearing that yet. I think Bones will do a good adaptation, but with the dark, chilling type of environment that Promised Neverland has, I would like to see like Lurch or White Fox, maybe even Shaft pick this up. Maybe White Fox. I think White Fox will do a good job with it, especially like seeing how they did with ReZero. But man, let me know what you guys think. Let me know some of the theories that you have. What do you think the pendant is for that Song Ju gave her? Maybe that would be the key to them finally getting to the destination and where they need to get into. This whole 7 walls thing, what is that about? We know that there are different farms, or the same thing going on with humans. Like, why is it 7 walls? Is it 7 different colonies? Is it a resistance group? Me personally, I think there's 7 different colonies probably that they need to get to in their own section off and having their own war. Because if we have a difference in ranks and beliefs and things like that with the demons, you know that's going on with humans, because look at the world we're in right now. We barely are managing, especially here in the States, for everybody going crazy with things like that. So I can imagine what type of terror they're gonna run into when they get to the human world and see how the world works. They could even be hunted, because I'm not ruling out the fact that there are humans out there that wants to see this foundation crack too. Song Ju is one of the people that want to see things go back so he can eat humans again. I'm 100% positive it's some humans that just wants to kill demons, because in the end, humans are always the evil element, right? So, man, I'm excited. happy 1 year anniversary once again to the Promised Neverland. Let me know your thoughts and theories. Is the death flag on Musica even bigger now? Because Sungju knows something. I think she will probably sacrifice herself now in order to make sure these kids don't get ratted out or where they are. Sungju's gonna betray him. I see that now. He's gonna side with the demons. He's going to do something. We definitely haven't seen the end of this character. And I cannot wait for next week. So guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and drop a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As there's not shortage of content you indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. And I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.